like a bunch of preschools in New York are making these kids take classes about like their white privilege and shit, and the kids go home crying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's that private school in New York City.
It's a few of them. It's not just one.
Okay, I should probably mention we're live.
Oh.
No, keep talking about it. Because this is the sort of shit people want to know. Or if
The
they don't
sort of
want
shit
to, they
people
need to.
need to know.
Yeah, the sort of shit people need to know. Here's the link to the live stream. I put it in that. Let me just link it on Facebook. Hello, everybody who just
Where's
got
that?
here. It's on the Google Plus chat. Oh, god damn it.
And how do I see that?
Okay, I'm going to put it in the Google Hangout as a message.
Ah.
Do you see that?
Yeah. 1 second, I'm gonna post it.
Riveting conversation.
I know our
Sorry,
commentary is amazing. But like I was saying earlier, there's a private school in New York where they're teaching fourth graders. What they're doing is they're separating fourth graders by their race once a week to talk to them about race.
Oh, God.
How is that for one of the most fucked up things you have ever heard in your life?
Well, it's better than at least like the preschools that are doing it. There are also preschools here where they're doing that. The kids talking about I'm a horrible person. You're 5.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should be taught that they're a terrible person, except
No.
for, of course, celebrities.
Yes.
Feminists.
Feminist
Hillary.
celebrities. Lena Dunham. That bitch needs to go to jail.
No, we don't need to teach her she's a terrible person. We need to beat her with a bag of frozen oranges.
I just closed a couple weeks back, and it was like a full circle of social justice warriors that, like, remember that where the guy didn't hit on her and he was sexist for that. But if he would have, she would have pressed charges because then he would have been a rapist.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm not seeing a problem here.
With Lena Dunham?
Oh yeah, she's not just a terrible person who we all agree needs beaten with a stick or anything.
Delight.
Like, I want to just... She admitted in her own autobiography, which I think is really egotistical of her to have written an autobiography at her age, to molesting her little sister. How is she not in all of the jails? Like, why is there not a piece of her in every jail in America?
This is just further proof that if, like, you are on the right side of the left and you're for Hillary, you can get away with fucking anything. You can be a rapist, you can be a racist, anything. You can get away with whatever you want.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, imagine if that were, I don't know, who the fuck is, I don't know, Sean Hannity or whoever. That would just never fly, which is a horrific mental image, by the way.
Sean Hannity had been writing books about diddling his little brother.
Not that Lena Dunham diddling her little sister was that great a mental image or anything, you know.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about Amy Schumer being cast as Barbie?
Oh, God, yes.
For a live-action Barbie movie, what kind of what kind of craziness do we live in? I can't handle it anymore.
Well, even better, did you see, I think it was in The Guardian or somewhere like that the other day, they had pictures, these, like, paparazzi photos of her at the beach, talking about, like, her full banging bikini bod.
Yeah, which is hilarious because they did pictures of Leonardo DiCaprio on the beach, and he had a little bit of a paunch, and they're like, oh, he's let himself go. Zach Turner posted they needed a fat Barbie. No one needs a fat Barbie. Little girls don't look at Barbie and go, you know what she needs? Cellulite. Fat Barbie exists to appease insecure parents.
I just can't wait until they take their daughters and she breaks out the vagina monologue.
Well, you're not allowed to do that anymore because it's offensive to women who don't have vaginas.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was literally, the vagina monologue was literally banned from my college.
No, I'm just saying that Amy Schumer is the only thing that she thinks is a joke is talking about her vagina.
Oh my god, that is... Until she went psycho-feminist, that was the majority of her comedy. And when I say comedy, I hope you can hear the air quotes I'm making.
And I don't understand how that's like the height of feminism. It's in the same way that Leslie Jones is now another one who's this like feminist movie star icon when she's just like a walking minstrel show.
It's because screaming about your vagina... The thing is, there's a sect of feminists. I like to call them stupid feminists. And what they believe is that...
Where do you differentiate?
Well, Christina Hoff Sommers, she's not a stupid feminist. Sure. But there are feminists out there whose opinions I do respect and will listen to and give consideration for. But there's a group of feminists who are the louder, more militant feminists who believe that the way to go about promoting female equality is to embrace the worst aspects of what they think men are like. Well, men just talk about their dicks all day, so we're just going to talk about our pussies all day. Oh, we got pussies. Look at our pussies. Because, you know, men just walk down the street like, yeah, my dick is fantastic.
Well, I got to admit that I have said that my dick is so great it cures cancer.
I've thought it.
I've called my dick 3 inches of dangling fury.
Oh.
Well, okay, the full quote is that every dick in the world is evil except mine, and mine's so great it cures cancer.
All right, but let's get to what we came here for, which was our kids show. That's right, we're watching selected episodes from Queer Kids Stuff.
We're going to introduce our guest.
Guest, introduce yourself.
Hey, you introduced me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is noted thespian, blogger, and all-around internet sensation, Michael Harlow.
Oh. Guten Hagen, bitches. What's up? Thank you for that. Yeah, my brain, though, has been bleeding from watching this show all goddamn week. It is just a fucking abortion.
All right, so Mike Harlow has seen all these episodes, but I've been trying to keep House from watching them so we can get sort of his fresh perspective, and I've been trying to avoid these.
Yeah, he's been trying to avoid... He's been trying to keep me from watching them. Hey, House, don't watch these. Oh, sure, yeah, okay, no problem.
It's like The Ring. There's no one seeing this.
We tweeted Queer Kid Stuff, and they responded.
I saw that. You didn't know we were joking.
I wasn't joking. You don't talk about your dick. What are you, a faggot? Ah, nice, John Smith. And hashtag Teddy throwing shade already appearing in the chat. But yeah, we tweeted out for those of you who don't know, we tweeted at the Queer Kid Stuff team going, when is going to be the Teddy only episode? And the response we got is, we're working on it, because apparently they didn't watch our episode where we made fun of them for an hour.
Apparently even they know that Lindsay's crap.
Oh.
I'd feel bad if they watched the episode and still responded like that, because they were so desperate to talk to people.
I wouldn't. They're horrible people.
Okay, but let's get started. This video is called Learning Our LGBTs.
Oh, God. Which, by the way, at least she only kept it to that. I really take issue with how they just keep adding letters to it, that at this point it's just like LGBTXYZ ampersand 64972.
I don't
know what any of these other things.
I have seen
Bizarre.
LGBTQPF.
What the?
Well, you have queer, was it pansexual, demisexual, other
I
kin,
don't know
gender
what any
fluid,
of these are.
intersex. It's a whole bunch of made up shit. Personally, I feel bad for trans people.
Oh yeah, because they're getting completely co-opted by these nut jobs.
Well, there's that, and I've always kind of felt bad because LGB, those are sexualities. Transgenderism is not a sexuality.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand, like, grouping those four together, but I still don't know. Like, and I've heard so many people, especially when you have to fucking go to Brooklyn and deal with those assholes. I've heard so many people go, "Oh, I'm not gay, I'm queer." The fuck does that mean?
I feel like that is the same equivalent of going like, I'm not Hispanic, I'm a beaner.
I still don't know what queer is. I'm assuming that it's just like a fag with a liberal arts degree.
Nice. I've always just thought that queer was a derogatory term for gay. That's how I always took it. So,
and especially, it's something that's always, because, you know, like, if you're getting, like, you're supposed to be like, you know, no big deal, as everyone would like that to be. But the word queer means something strange and unusual. Sexuality is like one of the few things about me that isn't fucking weird. So why do I have to be queer?
Because it's something that makes you feel special. I don't know. Let's learn our LGBTs.
Yes, let me see. This is why we need her.
It's okay. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is my best friend, Teddy.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Teddy, who is the best person on the show?
Can we just appreciate, remember Pat? She's literally dressed exactly like her. It's Pat.
That's just Pat.
And again, I am pissed the fuck off because if you look right here, Lindsay does not button that fucking button. You're supposed to button that button. If you're wearing a tie, you button that button. God fucking damn you, Lindsay.
Oh, dude, if this is what you're bothered by, you're gonna have a long...
Is that the hill you're going to die on, Mo? Because there's a lot more about her physical appearance I could go off on.
I know, but the last episode I went off on a lot of shit, but the thing that sticks with me, I don't care if you look like your hair was caught in a wheat thresher. I don't care how many fucking pairs of problem glasses you own. If you're wearing a tie, you button that fucking button. 11 fucking years of going to Lutheran church every Sunday, you button that fucking button.
Well, 11 years of not going to church is open, but I like to show some man cleavage, so you can't go by me. Nobody wants to see her man cleavage, or their man, or Zier's man cleavage, or person cleavage.
There was that guy that got his preferred pronoun at a college because they let the students pick their own, and his was Your Highness.
Your Majesty.
Or Your Majesty,
That's
yes.
Brilliant.
All right, but now that we've taken our moment, complained about Lindsay's appearance, and noticed how Teddy is the greatest person on this fucking show. Notice Teddy is setting up this episode. Apparently they gave him the drugs he requested.
He's got the right mix of uppers and downers this week.
Yeah, sometimes he just flops back on the chair and doesn't give a shit at all.
Today, we're going to talk about what LGBT stands for.
Or somewhere in between. We all are part of one big family.
Why did this bothers me. Why does the chalk change color right there? Could she not have used the multicolored chalk from the beginning?
I want to know why what kind of tea she's making that it comes out chalk. I like tea. I have never poured tea and have it come out as chalk. I've drank a lot.
You're doing something wrong.
I have drank enough tea to float a fucking battleship, and I have never had it come out as chalk.
Yeah, well, I've never done a lot of things that this delightful creature does, so...
Gaming's happy.
No, it does not!
Thank you! Thank you!
As anybody who has had to deal with bitchy fucking gay guys in Manhattan can tell you, gay does most certainly not mean happy.
Gay has not meant happy since the 1950s.
And even then,
And even then, you knew what people meant.
it was pretty gay.
Queer kid stuff.
Teach your kids about alternate sexualities. Cause that's what you should teach your kids, is guys loving dick.
You are enough.
Just, we are enough. Never improve. You're perfectly good the way you are.
You're enough. Not you're exceptional. You're enough.
That's the thing that's always pissed me off about the whole SJW crowd. There's no sense of improvement. There's nothing like that. It's you are enough.
Oh yeah, no, it's how unsuccessful you are is some sort of virtue.
Here at Queer Kid Stuff.
I love this many episodes in. This is Queer Kid Stuff number 8. She still has not edited out the fucking thumb right there holding the teddy bear.
Did he consent to that hand up his ass, first of all? Do we have the answer on that?
This poor Teddy. Teddy is constantly maligned, put down. Teddy, though, is a true patron of the arts. Teddy is debasing himself to do this show because he needs the money. Frankly, Teddy is too good for Queer Kid Stuff.
Yes, John Smith. This is
Welcome to
targeted
the
at
first
little kids.
episode of our 4-part series breaking down the letters LGBT. You ready, Teddy?
Ready?
Awesome. Okay, before we get started with the letters, I have to explain what LGBT is. LGBT is an acronym.
It means liquor, guns, boobies, and
What's an
tobacco.
acronym?
I'm just about to get to that. An
That's a
acronym
good weekend.
is a word that stands for other words. You probably know a lot of acronyms and you didn't even realize.
Like Bohica. Bend over, here it comes again.
LOL is an acronym for laugh out loud. And another one.
Why didn't you already have these prepared, Lindsay?
FBI is an acronym for the Federal Bureau
Female
of
breast
Investigation.
Female breast inspector.
Wait, yeah. How did we go from
the
LOL
Federal
to
Bureau-
FBI?
And for toddlers.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Excuse me, I have a t-shirt that quite clearly says female body inspector.
I have a badge that says female breast inspector. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Well, yeah, but you like penis. You can't be expected to have something like that.
Well, I wouldn't put it on a shirt.
But yeah, what the fuck does little kids know about their sexuality? That's the problem we have with this show.
I loved tits when I was a kid. I don't know how to explain that, but why the fuck do little kids need to know this shit?
Like, yeah, I don't remember the episode of Mr. Rogers where Mr. Rogers got on the screen and go, "Today, kids, we're going to learn about double penetration." There are some things you don't teach your kids. Like, it's my...
Well, this isn't for the kids. This is for their goddamn hipster liberal parents to feel so wonderful about themselves.
We're
They're
so
just
progressive.
so liberal.
Like,
They're so
I believe my opinion on religion could be expanded to teaching your kids about sexuality. Would you like to know my opinion on religion? You should treat your religion like you treat your genitalia. Don't take it out in public, and don't stick it down your kids' throats.
Yes!
All right, so, Lindsay, let's see how Lindsay... Wait, I
Can
just
we
noticed
expand that to
something.
being about your politics, too?
Yeah, your politics should be like your genitalia. Don't take it out in public, don't stick it down your kids' throats.
Seriously.
Okay, whoa, I just noticed something. F is supposed to stand for federal, right? But what's up with this color coordination? Is she trying to gender these letters? Hashtag triggered. Also, I don't think Crayola, if they knew about this, would approve of it.
She otherized them.
So wrong.
She marginalized their invalidated existence of their experience.
Look at this. The letters are the only painted sections of these. The FBI. Everything else is just... blah. Pen on wood.
Bureau of Investigation.
Those are complicated.
Well, that's exactly why we have acronyms. Teddy, do you know any acronyms?
Yeah. GTFO.
Yes, I know that
Okay,
laser.
if you're too young to think that LOL is complicated, you are too young to know about this shit.
Wait, Teddy just said laser. Is Teddy going to use the actual light amplification?
LASER is an acronym. It stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated Emission of Radiation.
You know, for kids.
Duh.
Well, you know, they gotta keep him stoned so that he can talk on Lindsay's level.
That's what kids need to know. The acronym for laser. No context needed, nothing like that. And FBI, no context. This is just what it means, and let's move on. You don't need shit explained to you. You're only somebody with absolutely no idea of how the world works.
Whoa, that's very impressive, Teddy.
Thanks.
Okay,
I don't need your validation, bitch.
now that you know what an acronym is, let's talk about...
Look at this. Teddy's not even looking at her. That is stone cold right there.
He's over her. He's moved on to a new hand up his ass.
what LGBT stands for. So, L...
Oh, Lindsay, please do something, because when you crouch over like that,
An
it's
acronym
really
is,
easy to see
let's
the
talk
fat
about
line.
what LGBT...
Right there, in all of its glory.
The stream can't see the picture.
The stream. Oh shit! Ah, damn.
I was appreciative of that, though. I don't really need to see her.
Here we go. I forgot to switch
Sort
it
of
over.
sticks in your mind.
But yeah, here now you can appreciate in all of your glory why that table should be slightly taller. I'm a bigger guy. If I had a YouTube show, you would not be able to see below my shoulders.
If I had a YouTube show, you'd only see below my shoulders.
Hi, I'm Mike Carlo. These are my abs.
Hi, I'm Mike Carlo, and I'm a whore.
Nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? You're not running a kids show.
stands for. So, L, G...
Again, doesn't have the letters ready.
That's not what I'm fascinated
T.
by.
Okay.
This is
So,
obviously
L-
edited. You can tell by the jump cuts to Teddy.
Yeah.
Why didn't she just edit that out?
Because
She's enough. Don't duh.
the important
doesn't
part
have
of this video was watching her grab things. Hang on, that is an imperfect block. I think how can you even run a show like this, Lindsay? What the fuck?
That's obviously an Asian G.
is for lesbian. G is for gay. We already know what that word means. B is for bisexual, and T is for trans or transgender.
You know, for kids.
For kids.
I definitely don't know what all of those mean.
That's okay. We're going to talk about each of them over the next 3 episodes of Queer Kids Stuff.
Even Teddy can't believe this shit.
I don't know what any of those mean. Teddy's like, yeah, we can talk about lasers. They're kids. Kids think lasers are cool. Bisexual, transsexual. What the fuck is wrong with you, Lindsay?
I'm serious. He's like one pill less away from signing out. Help me.
But there are also a few different versions of this acronym you might see. You might see the letters in a different order, like GLBT.
Has
What?
anyone here ever seen GLBT?
No.
House?
I have seen GBTL, but that was Great Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato.
Seen it at the dyslexia convention.
I was going to say, I've seen BLT, but that's, yeah.
You might also find more letters like LGBTQ. Here we go.
No. We need to just ban that phrase.
But every little kid knows about the queers.
I don't know what that is.
But where is the
And I'm a
queer? Put the video back up. Fuck you, John Smith. I do what I want. Okay.
Here we go. Where Q stands for queer.
Because, again, we're back to why the fuck do kids need to know about this?
And this is the least of it, like...
Especially little kids, like the type that did the finger paintings on the back. Oh wait, no, Lindsay, you did those yourself because look at this. Another human being hasn't set foot on this in the stage at least a decade.
Something very, like, it's funny. There is something really kind of sinister about this because you know that all of these hipster, liberal, progressive parents are going to be pushing this on to their kids.
Your child is not mentally developed enough to understand sexuality. It will come a point of time where they will be, but not in the Mr. Rogers finger painting on the back wall period of time which this show is aimed for.
Did you guys hear about Russell Brand and his wife or girlfriend or whoever? They decided that they are so progressive that they are raising their child without a gender. They're going to be gender neutral.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Well, like, why do you have to push that on your kids? Like, let them be whatever the fuck they want.
Isn't Russell Brand the guy who won an award for fucking so many years in a row that they changed it to the Russell Brand Award for shagging?
Or questioning. We already know what the word queer means.
Wait, Q is for questioning. Questioning what?
What?
Mike Harlan.
I thought it was queer.
You're gay, right?
Last I checked.
You could, if I were some sort of crazy redneck intent on attempting to lynch you, be called to queer, right?
Yeah, but I'd probably just laugh.
Are you questioning at any point in that? Have you gotten up this morning and do I still like dick? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, pretty much.
You might also see LGBTQ+. Plus stands for letters that might be left out. This is the acronym you'll see me use most often.
Oh my god, don't do the close-ups, Lindsay. We can see you looking at the teleprompter.
But
what is the
there are also
Go on.
John Smith, way too many. That's all we can tell you. It's way too many.
You might see LGBTQIA, where the I stands for intersex and the A stands for asexual.
Okay, now I do have to admit, there's like 0.2% of the world's population are asexual.
Great. Well, you know who's the people in the world? Gay people. So I don't understand why that's related. And what the fuck is intersex?
Intersex is what gender fluid people called themselves before the trendy term gender fluid came about. It's people who want special treatment, but they don't want to actually do like hormone therapy or anything. So just like, oh, I'm between sexes. But when everybody said your sex is your genitalia, well, we're gender fluid because gender's not tied to genitalia.
What really bothers me about these types of people too is like it hurts like truly transgender people who just want to be like any other guy, any other girl, and they're turning them into this bullshit like you're some other weird thing. Like she had said in another video, she was talking about pansexuals, and she said that that's when you like all genders. Then what the fuck difference is there between that and being bisexual? So according to her, if you're transgender, then that's something else. So
yeah, I don't get
full circle that they end up taking the more bigoted point of view.
I have never understood the separation between pansexual and bisexual.
I don't know what any of this shit is.
And it's from the bisexuals I have spoken to, the general consensus is that pansexuals are bisexuals who want to feel special.
Of course, just
or
like,
ally.
all these
We won't be
gender
able to explain
non-whatevers
these
want to
words
feel
until
special.
season 2 of Queer Kid Stuff.
Oh god, she has a season 2 planned.
But
Wait,
if
what'd you
you
say?
want to learn more
She has a season 2 planned.
Oh, fuck off.
about them, you can always ask your grown-up, and we'll have them on the activities sheet you can download after the episode.
That's so many letters and words. I don't know how you keep it straight.
I know it's a lot.
Ha!
Notice, by the way, how she always says you're grown up, because she said in one video that, like, it's apparently offensive now to say father.
Or parent.
Yeah, so you're grown up.
Did you notice Teddy, though? Teddy's starting to throw shade again. How do you keep it straight?
Oh.
It's so many letters. How do you keep it straight?
I'm telling you, Teddy is like the subversive element on the show. That's why in the newer episodes, there's no Teddy. Because Teddy knows what's up.
He got bumped off the show?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. Hold on.
But we're going to
let's
go
finish this
through
video.
everything very slowly.
Oh, look, she moved the teleprompter. Look, she's looking slightly down and to the left now. She's looking off this way, off camera.
Her haircut still bugs the shit out of me.
I hate that haircut.
But what's
The
more
fact that
important
she's wearing
than
the same
the
outfit
word
as it's Pat bothers me.
The close-up really draws attention to it.
Ooh.
Button the fucking button.
Anything that covers her up more, I'm good with.
On this episode of Queer Kid Stuff, we're wearing a burqa. Oh god, one of the recommended videos for this is somebody called Hank Dilly. It's called Queer Kid Stuff. Teddy turns on Lindsay.
and the meanings is understanding why we use the acronym in the first place. LGBT is an umbrella term that
It's bad luck to open an umbrella indoors, Lindsay.
And haven't we already had enough bad luck just watching this?
represents a community of people. Everyone who's included in the letters in these acronyms is a part of the same community.
Yeah, so what she's saying is people who don't have subscribed to one of her letters are not in her community. So you should not associate with them.
And therefore can be excluded.
I have to be in the same community with the asexuals?
I feel
Those
bad.
people are weird.
They're just, so much of our society is built around sex, and here's people who just have no sex drive going, oh,
Oh,
okay.
are you kidding? I'm jealous. I wish, please.
So
Imagine
when
how
you
much
talk
they
about
must
the things
get
that have
done.
to do with the LGBTQ plus community,
So jealous of
you
them.
are including all of the people those letters and words represent.
And you're excluding anybody those letters and words don't represent, which makes it okay to demonize your anybody you disagree with, therefore allowing yourself to get a quick sense of moral smug superiority.
Which
Am
you can
I
see on
under
her
the
face right
umbrella,
there.
Lindsay?
Because smug.
Oh my god, Teddy just said, hold on.
Am I under the umbrella, Lindsay?
Of course you are, Teddy.
Good.
Cool.
Why is Teddy under the umbrella?
Is he questioning?
I think it's because he's a bear.
An intersex bear?
In one of the earlier episodes, Lindsay has no problem, compares Teddy having 2 bear parents to having 2 gay parents.
Well, yeah. 2 big gay leather parents.
But no, that's in Lindsay's head. There is no difference between the animal bears and gay people. And this is the second time she's made a reference to this. There's no reference. I have watched these. There is nothing about Teddy being gay in any of these videos. But Teddy somehow falls under the umbrella.
Well, Teddy's clearly her ally because he's the only thing that keeps people coming back to this show.
Oh god, that's another A in it, right?
Teddy is the fag hag.
No, he's just an ally. Because, come on, look at that face. He pulls like a motherfucker.
Cool. So
He's
now we
swimming in
want to know
bitches.
what communities you're a part of. Let us know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for
Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, now here is the one that has drawn probably the most controversy of any
No.
of her videos. This is,
Oh no.
do you like apples and bananas?
No.
Bisexual Queer Kid Stuff, episode number 10.
Why are you asking toddlers if they like bananas?
I have a pen. I have an apple. We're all
I mean, I guess it's
queer.
better than asking clams or bananas.
Or, do you like fuzzy peaches or bananas?
Ooh.
Oh my.
You know.
Oh my god. Bisexual is trans exclusionary. It implies that there are only two genders. Yeah, there are only two genders. Well, let me rephrase that. There's two genders, and then there's a whole host of mental illnesses.
I mean, here's the thing with all these people who are like, you know, with their non-binary and their gender, whatever. Like, I feel like those are all perfectly valid identities in the terms of like the male or the masculine to feminine spectrum, but that doesn't make them all individual genders.
No, they're individual genders, and oh god, there's a list of something like 54 genders the state of New York accepts now.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. And did you hear about, so they made this law where there are 57 different genders or something like that, and businesses can get, I think it's up to a $600,000 fine for not calling somebody by the pronouns they want. And that doesn't mean he or she, because, you know, obviously, if somebody is a transgender man, it would be awful to, like, call them her or something. But to call them Zier and Zay and Zim and made up bullshit, if you won't call somebody that, you fined $600,000 in New York.
All right, I'd like to say for now, my preferred pronoun is bon qui qui, but I'm pronoun fluid, so it may change in the future. So if you need to refer to me, please use the phrase bon qui qui.
Mine is simple. Cunt, cunt, cunt.
Cunt, cunter, cunt self.
Cunt self.
All right, let's get to bisexual queer kid stuff. Oh, as somebody who's not entirely straight, this hurts me.
Oh, yeah, same.
It's okay.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
Oh my god, Teddy's asleep. Teddy started the
That's okay.
episode, passed the fuck out.
He
He's
just
not at
popped
all.
the Valium before.
And look, she has bisexual spelled out on the bottom.
Oh, jeez.
And this is my best friend, Teddy.
And she doesn't have the fucking button in this episode. God fucking damn. God.
I just love that that's what you find most objectionable here.
Well, you guys are bringing excellent commentary on the other things, so I have to find one thing that's uniquely mine. And goddamn it personally offends me as someone who was taught how to tie a tie when I was a very young child and would be like NCIS Jethro Gibbs smacked upside the back of the head if I did not button that button.
You know she's not wearing a bra either, right?
Oh,
I'm not saying anything about that.
I was trying not to.
you
Oh
can
God, you're right. Oh, I was trying not to look, dude.
Well, let's keep going.
Today
Thanks for
we're going to
pointing
talk
that
about
out.
the B in
I'm straight. I
LGBT.
look. It's reflex.
We all are
It's reflex.
part
I'm like,
of
oh,
one
boobs.
big
Ah!
family. Gaming's happy.
It doesn't.
Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
My brain is bleeding.
10 episodes in.
Welcome
That, oh my god, I just realized what that is.
Here at Queer
That's
Kid
Teddy
Stuff.
going,
What?
"Dear God, help me." And then she pulls him back in.
I thought you were gonna say it's like autoerotic asphyxiation.
That's his dash for freedom.
That's right, Lindsay. Tell me about LGBT. Yeah, Lindsay.
Welcome to the third part in our 4-part series breaking down the letters in LGBT. You ready, Teddy?
Ready?
Okay, today we are talking.
Wonder how long it took her to come up with Ready Teddy as a line.
Way too long.
Oh, look, she painted more fake children's finger paintings on the back.
Talking about the second letter,
This is
B.
one deranged
B
broad.
stands for bisexual.
You know, for kids.
Bisexual
Wait, does that mean she has
is
to pay for it? Bisexual? No.
Please, we're trying to teach children spelling. That would B-U-Y, sexual.
very similar to gay and lesbian, which we've already talked about. Bisexual is when a boy or
No. Bisexual has the same to do with being gay as straight has the same to do with being bisexual. Do you get it? Gay people only like one sex. Straight people only like one sex.
Mhm.
They are the same in that regard. I know you love separating people into groups, but if you only like penis, you only like penis, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Or gender fluid.
Oh, God.
a girl loves other boys or girls. Bisexual is when you love people of both genders.
No, it's when you fuck people of both genders.
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Uh-oh, what's Teddy about to say?
That's so cool. That's a lot of people to love.
And a
Physically.
lot of people to fuck.
Is Teddy promoting promiscuity?
Yes. He's down with the swirl.
With the swirl.
Yeah, being bisexual is awesome.
She couldn't prop Teddy up for the one jump cut where you just had Teddy sitting like this.
A lot of people
And
to
then,
love.
Yeah.
bam! Now it looks like his neck caved in again.
Like I said, he's nodded off. She's got him.
Him.
He's doped up on heroin and nodded off.
He just popped up to say, yeah, that's a bisexual. That's like a lot of men to love. And Teddy's not off. Somebody get him a Long Island iced tea.
Being bisexual is awesome.
What?
It's probably don't really get accepted by gay people or straight people.
Yeah.
Probably kind of sucks.
In my experience, gay people don't like bisexual people.
No, they're horrible to that. Like, you would honestly get a better reaction saying that you're like a fucking child molester than saying you're bisexual.
Yeah, because the straight people are made uncomfortable by the bisexual people, and the gay people say that, oh, bisexuals are just straight people who are experimenting. Or what's the other one that they're just pretending to be bisexual?
Yeah.
Because nobody could possibly, find aesthetically pleasing the human form regardless of gender.
Yeah.
And want to fuck it.
But I guess I'm a little confused.
That's what bisexual people say.
Yeah, right.
Are people
That's what the
who are
drugs do to you, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. If you just pop a couple of Quaaludes, you'll stop being confused.
bisexual also gay if they are a boy in love with a boy or a girl in love with a girl?
No, they're still bisexual. Because oddly enough, being in love with someone has no impact on your sexual desires.
Ain't that the truth?
John Smith in the chat. Holy shit. How autistic is this woman? I'm guessing shitting in her diaper's autistic.
Well, let's keep watching and find out.
I'm not watching that episode.
Today we're teaching you about the adult diaper fetish.
I am out.
Boy and a girl love each other. Does that make them not gay?
Whoa, those are a lot of really great questions, Teddy.
Which she clearly does not have the answer for.
Which she clearly
You're
does
getting
not
so good at
intend to
this.
answer.
No matter who a bisexual person loves, they're still bisexual.
I guess that makes sense.
Okay, let's
No,
think
it
about
doesn't.
it this way.
What?
That makes sense. What?
This show should really just be called Why Donald Trump is President.
When I first heard of it, queer kid stuff, I'm like, oh, it's a bunch of SJWs acting like children. But no, it's an SJW kids show.
Teddy, you love eating apples and bananas, right?
I have a pen.
What
I
the
have an
fuck?
apple.
Apple pen.
Oh God.
This is so wrong.
That's it. Hold on. I have to play it.
Ugh.
I do. I'm sorry.
What?
I'll play it in just a moment. I'm
This is
pulling
so
it up
wrong.
now.
Why toddler? We're asking toddlers if they like apples or bananas.
Yeah, because she was taught as a child to. I don't know. I was going to say something incredibly rude, but I've decided against it.
Say it. Say it.
Here we go. Watch this.
The fuck?
Remember how it just looked with this?
What the
I have a
fuck?
pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen.
What the fuck?
Pen pineapple. Apple pen.
Yeah, good old Uncle Touchy. Chat says I bet her uncle taught her quite a bit in the bathroom. Good old Uncle Touchy.
Oh my God! I just realized. Look at the look she's giving Teddy while fondling that banana.
Ugh. I mean, it's probably been a while since she's fondled any banana.
That is the look of somebody about to sodomize a bear with a banana.
That's a look about somebody's about to try to sodomize a bear with a banana and get mauled by a bear.
Those are my favorites.
Oh my God!
Okay, so imagine you're eating an apple. While you're eating that apple, do you still love bananas?
What the fucking hell? Oh my god.
Look at that smug look too. Like this is the greatest intellectual point anyone has ever made.
You are asking toddlers if they like because I can't.
Just picture if she was like holding up dildos. When you're deep throating a cock, do you still like the pussy?
Of course.
And Teddy's sitting there, of course.
Well,
And again,
it's exactly
what
the
the
same
fuck do
as
kids know about this shit? I thought tits were wonderful when I was a kid. What the fuck do kids know about what they like to fuck? And why should they? This is so wrong.
In the chat, she's asking toddlers if they like receiving the shaft. How much you want to bet this woman is not allowed within 100 feet of a school?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yes.
put about even. 50-50
I will-
odds.
John
think she
Smith,
owns
that may be
many.
the best question that has been asked.
I think she owns many cats and scented candles.
being bisexual. If a boy is bisexual and loves another boy, that doesn't mean that he can love a girl any less.
Just replace any time she says love with fucks, and you'll get a more accurate example.
Pretty much.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, just like my favorite fruits. But I have another question.
His favorite fruits.
Hey, as long as we're talking about queers, I'm just saying.
Teddy throwing shade!
Teddy's like, hey, we're talking about queers, we're talking about fruits, where's the queer?
What about people who aren't girls or boys? Like me, since I'm a teddy and I use they.
No! Bear! A bear is an animal! A bear is not a sexuality!
Well, the list of genders just hit 58.
That's it. Hashtag bear is a gender.
In West Hollywood, it definitely is.
Oh, god damn you, humanity. I had such hope.
There's actually another word for that. It's pansexual.
Not a thing. Teddy's holding a pan!
Teddy throwing
Shut
shit!
the fuck up.
Look at this! Teddy's got a pan!
This is not happening.
Teddy is the best character on this show. Like, I would watch
Whoa.
watch Queer Kid stuff if it was just Teddy.
I have actually been thinking about editing them so it's just Teddy episodes.
Get rid of Pat.
Get rid of Pat entirely, because look at this.
Those
It's
are
called
buttons.
pansexual. Very next scene, Teddy's holding a pan.
Like apples and oranges and pans?
I'm sorry, but if you've had enough apples and oranges in you that it looks like a pan, you might need to see somebody.
Oh, they exist, buddy.
Not that kind of pan, Teddy. Pansexual is when you fall in love with all genders.
How is that different from bisexual? Because, bisexual people can fuck anybody, but they only fall in love with, straight people, because that's the only way you should do things.
We know that's a pot, but Teddy's so stoned he grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, hey, it's kind of off topic, but would you like to hear a really messed up story, Mr. Harlow?
Oh, always.
All right, so, I go to a local college here, take a couple classes every now and then when I can afford it. And
I feel bad for you.
because of the election, I was running around in a Make America Great Again hat, because it triggers them, and I find it amusing.
Dude, honestly, I wanted to go buy one just to piss people off. Just wear it to a gay bar. I'm not remotely for Trump, but I just wanted to wear it to a gay bar.
Have you ever seen the cartoon Archer?
No.
Okay, well, Archer is about a spy who used to work for this spy agency called ISIS. And it was back before the terrorist group ISIS was a thing, and I bought one of his shirts, so I would wear Make America Great Again with my ISIS shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd get
amazing.
I'd get a lot of looks at Home Depot.
That is amazing.
But I'd be running around the college with my Make America Great Again hat, and I was hanging out with some of the friends I made there at the college, and I was sitting there, and nobody had said anything to me, like, haven't you realized that he's a racist or anything? I was pissed off. Like, I was expecting trouble. I bought this hat because I wanted to trigger some snowflakes. And I'm looking at my group of friends, and I see Hispanic guy, black guy, Asian girl, white girl, Hispanic girl. And I said, I figured out my problem. And they're like, what? I said, my group of friends are too diverse. If I want to trigger snowflakes, I need more white friends.
That's what's funny. You know what's funny with me, though, too, is that I find that the friends of mine who are most against the social justice warrior shit are my friends transgender, black, Latino, It's always somebody offended on someone else's behalf.
But yeah, you know about the hashtag Not Your Shield people, right?
No, but I like that.
Hashtag Not Your Shield was a hashtag made up by non-white people. And what they were doing is they would send this hashtag out to all of the white middle-class SJWs who were speaking on behalf of non-white people. Well, you don't understand what it's like to be black. Well, neither do you. Shut the hell up. Hashtag Not Your Shield.
That's amazing. I hate this shit. And it's not about, and it just shows it is not about them wanting to protect people for diversity purposes, because I have so many friends who are different. And it's about collective thought. It's about everybody thinking the same. Because I have a couple of friends who are from different backgrounds. I have one friend who is a black woman, and she disagrees with a lot of Black Lives Matter are half the issue. So whether you agree or disagree on that, that is her right. She's allowed to think that. And every time she writes about that, she gets dozens of white social justice warriors calling her a racist. A black girl. She is racist against herself, according to them.
She's internalized the racism.
Yeah, that's the bullshit line they use. But let's keep going with this smug cunt.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, being bisexual or pansexual is really cool.
She didn't explain the difference.
Do you know anyone who is bisexual or pansexual? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for...
I was going to say, apparently Teddy likes the pans. I mean,
that's what I find so funny about all of these made-up genders, too, is that, like, you know, I'm gay, I live in New York, I have the most diverse group of friends in the world. I have never in my life met one single person who is to be called by these other pronouns, who is intersex or pansexual or any of these terms. I've never met anybody who's like that.
And it's great.
I don't know, maybe that's just me, but...
She said, if you know anybody who's bisexual or pansexual, post about it in the comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you look at that? Comments are disabled for this video. Just like they
What a Sarkeesian.
All of the videos. Because that's how you encourage thought, is by stifling free speech.
That's funny, because I watched it maybe like a week or two ago, and they weren't disabled, so she must have gotten so much shit from people, and she can't handle it.
Of course not. She can't handle somebody who disagrees with her worldview.
No, they never can.
So we've seen on this show, because we care. And remember, if you're watching, share this link with your friends and family. Let them know about this crazy, crazy woman. So what is the thing that she still has yet to talk about to children? Clearly, it's the election.
Of course. I thought you were going to say 3 ways.
I was Mo. After all the shit that we went through over the election, you're going to make me stab you in the eye.
Bear with me, because Lindsay released a video on the Queer Kid Stuff channel called Love Trumps Hate, Election 2016.
And you see how loving they've been since the election. I have just felt nothing but love.
Oh, yeah. And you know what keeps me warm? All the smoke from the burning buildings.
Mm-hmm. And burning flags.
But, yeah, this is what you talk to toddlers about. Donald Trump triggering them.
Hey there. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and today I want to talk about the election.
Yes?
She buttoned her top button.
Yeah, because she's serious in this video. Her tie is tied up like a fucking mental patient, though, and where the fuck is Teddy, the best character on the goddamn show?
He was upstaging her. She had to get rid of him.
Apparently, Teddy had too much artistic integrity to be on the election episode.
I bet you he's wearing cement overshoes.
Here in the United States. On Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, we elected Donald Trump to be the next president of our country.
And you can clearly see from this facial expression, she said Donald Trump. She wanted to say racist, sexist, bigot, Islamophobe, misogynist. Buzzword, hashtag.
Worse than Hitler, Donald Trump.
Over on the recommended videos, there's a picture of Teddy, and it's somebody put him in sunglasses, smoking a joint with Jack Daniels.
Because of these results, the last week has been hard for a lot of grown-ups.
Yeah, like the cops who have to put a stop to all those riots.
I'm sure
now they're getting overtime.
It's been hard for you too.
Why has it been hard for them? They're little kids. The election has no bearing on them.
They don't get
bearing.
Because we have to start indoctrinating them at an early age. They have to be good ideological soldiers.
They have to be quivering in fear of everything in the outside world, which allows them to feel not bad at all for staying around their little fucking echo chamber of like-minded sycophants and ideologues. No, I don't feel strongly on this issue at all.
I know you are sad and scared and confused.
First off,
they are toddlers. They couldn't care less. They are playing with their poop.
They're toddlers. Blocks confuse them. Like, bright lights confuse them. They're toddlers.
Yeah, when you are fascinated by a flashlight, the election is kind of out of your depth.
I really think, like,
when jingling keys are the greatest thing in the world, perhaps you shouldn't have a show on MSNBC. I mean, be talking about the election.
I mean, it's funny as it is. I think there's something really sinister about this, that it's just another thing that's going to indoctrinate kids at an early age so they can grow up to just be MSNBC cohorts.
Can I just say, I think I paused on a great facial expression right here. That is somebody who is genuinely, like, that is somebody who is literally shaking because Donald Trump got elected.
She can't even.
Well,
She needs an
probably
ambulance.
is too.
Somebody
It's
better
okay
fix it
to
right
feel
now,
those
and she's
things.
not kidding.
She just said it's okay to be scared, hurt, and confused that Donald Trump won an election. Like, it's okay to feel those things. What?
I have also been sad and scared and confused, even angry. I want to tell you the truth. That Donald Trump can be a mean person.
You know who else can be a mean person? Literally everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I love how they're all like, Donald Trump can be a mean person, but they don't mention the trail of bodies that Hillary Clinton has left in her wake.
Or those interviews that the FBI guys did where they said that she would, like, hurl bottles at their heads and things.
Secret Service.
Yeah, one of her Secret Service guys quit because she beamed him in the head with I think a coffee cup.
How about the fact that she's married to a rapist and covered up his fucking rapes for him?
Oh, yeah.
But we don't care about that. It's not rape if you're a Democrat.
Look at Sargon of Akkad recently did a video about child trafficking rings, and there is some circumstantial evidence that Bill Clinton may have visited an island that this billionaire was using for a whole bunch of pedophilia. Like, the billionaire bought a private island and would have small children shipped out to it.
What?
Yeah, the locals got to calling the planes that would bring in the children for the Lolita Express.
Yeah, his private plane was nicknamed the Lolita Express.
And Bill Clinton visited that island numerous times.
At least 20. But that's neither here nor there.
All right,
let's continue on with Lindsay.
Let's keep hearing how Donald Trump is literally Hitler.
The grown-ups who voted for him, they can be mean too.
Because
to your parents, basically.
Because no one who voted for Hillary Clinton is mean.
And the truth is that they probably will not stop being mean anytime soon.
Donald Trump is a bad person, and he's not going to stop being bad, so anything we do against him is okay.
Fact is probably
it's
difficult for
Trumping
you
hate.
to hear.
And you know what's amazing is that half the country voted for him. So if, God forbid, kids are actually watching this show, that's their parents for many of them that she's talking about. So you're setting up toddlers to have an acrimonious relationship with their own fucking parents to prove it.
Yes, because you should not trust your parents. You can only trust the state.
Seriously.
That's the thing I always drives me nuts about the SJWs and everything. They want to be the group that educates your children. They want to be the only group of authority. That's why they try so hard to no platform people and push all their other bullshit like censorship laws and everything. because they want to be the only group you listen to, the only group you get your morals from. And frankly, I think I get my morals from a bit more flexible sources than the rigid dogma of fucking crazy leftist ideologues. And I am center left. And I cannot handle these fucks. But
that's the thing. To them, like, I've been called a right winger so many times, and I mean, I am a gay liberal atheist from Manhattan, from generations of liberals. He tattooed on my ass. I feel like Sean Hannity compared to these people. They are so insane.
House can back me up on this. Somebody last month called me a white supremacist and a racist apologist.
Oh, I get called that, like, on the day, like...
No, a white nationalist.
Oh, sorry, yeah, a white nationalist, not supremacist.
And you know what I find amazing? Like, so I didn't vote for either of them because I've been so disgusted by that. I left the party a couple months ago. I'm an independent now. But I think there's a strong argument to be made that he is no more racist or bigoted than she is. Because if you look at the things that she has done over her career, and her husband had probably the most racist, in terms of policy, not things that he just said, the most racist, homophobic presidency in the last 40 years.
The crime bill?
I mean, that's still to this day, more than any other in decades, has affected black communities. And every ounce of gay, lesbian, transgender, whatever, XYZ ampersand, every bit of progress that's been made this past decade has been undoing the homophobic policies of the Clinton administration. So it is so difficult for me to swallow when people make her out to be this champion of civil rights.
But she only became a champion of civil rights because of Bernie. Because Bernie had tapped into something that people wanted.
Yeah.
And then she comes along, the chosen candidate of like big oil and corporate interests and the banks, and she crushes him through open cheating and corruption, which was proven with the DNC leaks. And then somehow she only realized after Bernie Sanders was gone that she lost half the youthful Democratic vote. Which, concerning that younger people tend to vote Democrat in larger numbers, was a big group of people. So she turned into what I like to term Hillary Clinton in the later stages of her campaign sound like a Terminator reading a Bernie Sanders speech. I am a person. I have emotions. You want free shit.
Well, it's funny because when I said to some people that she obviously, which I think is just like calling the sky blue to say that she speaks with no passion, that was told, oh, I hate her because she's a woman.
Oh, yeah, I've been told that too. I hate Hillary Clinton because she's a vagina. And I'll come back to that as, no, I hate Hillary Clinton because she calls black people super predators.
Who need to be brought to heel. I mean, is that not something you would think the KKK said? She called, and these are kids, by the way, that she was talking about. These were not adults. She was talking about kids, 16, 17-year-old black kids.
Remember, she comes out of the Arkansas political system where she ended up, when she was a child, supporting Barry Goldwater, a man who supported segregation. She was a Goldwater girl. And that's like her background. That's where she comes from. And you know what Bernie Sanders was doing the same time she was being a Goldwater girl?
Marching with Martin Luther King.
Yeah, he was being arrested at civil rights protests.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. We bashed Clinton enough. Let's continue on.
I'm still not over it. This woman fills me with such fucking rage.
I'm just tired of looking at Lindsay's face on my screen. I'm afraid that it's going to burn itself into my monitor. I'll have to buy a new monitor. And we don't have a big enough fan base for me to shill at yet. So come on, let's go.
All right, let's get back to the fear-mongering.
I want you to remember this. Hatefulness and meanness may have won this election, but love and kindness are so much stronger.
Which is why they won the... If hateness and meanness won the election, how are love and kindness stronger?
Because Hillary Clinton's a vampire.
Well, I don't even accept that fucking premise that they're the ideology of love and kindness.
No, I plan on running for president, and my campaign slogan is going to be "Fuck it, vote evil."
I would run for office if it weren't for, like, the mountain of dick pics that would come out.
Does that matter?
Well, for Anthony Weiner it did, but then again, I'm not saying it to, like, 12-year-olds, so.
Well, also, you wouldn't be, like, pretending. You could start your campaign going, oh, by the way, a lot of dick pics are going to come out. I'm just saying, you're going to know all of the details down there.
Every crevice.
Matter of fact, show up to your first debate just butt-ass naked. Or no, wearing a white thong and body glitter.
Maybe pasties?
And pasties, yes.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
we got to be tasteful about this.
Yeah, right. Classic.
And a pink feather boa.
You are our future, and it looks so, so bright. Your grown-ups love you. I love you, and...
Of course she loves you.
I
She's
love
fucking creepy.
How do you know you love them? You've met everybody watching this. You love them all.
I've met a bunch of little kids who I couldn't care less for because they were little shits.
I've met a couple I'd like to push into oncoming traffic.
Hell yeah.
I've met most that I would like to give to Casey Anthony.
I would tell kids, I tell my friends' kids all the time when they're annoying me, why don't you kids just go play in traffic?
Go drink the stuff under the sink.
Or I'll be in Walmart and some kid will be acting up and I'll just say something completely ridiculous to them so they tell their parents and then they look crazy. Like, Mommy, I want this birthday cake.
Walmart.
And then when their mom turns around and I'll be like, I'm going to buy that cake. What? Yeah, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to put my feet in it. Then they run to their parents. Mommy, he said he was going to buy my cake and put his feet in it. The parents look at me and I just give them this confused, like, what?
He's not kidding either. I've seen him do it.
The one time I went to Walmart when I was in fucking Louisiana, I'm walking down some aisle and there's a mother there with her little kid, and he's like looking at her shirt and he's like, Mama, is that the devil? And I just looked at him and was like, yes.
Now, if the kid had broken out and, Mama, can you hear me?
That would be my kid.
And we need to work together for a better future.
She's about to cry. Look at this.
That's how a lot of... I mean, I don't know if you guys get, like, maybe because I live in New York and, like, my Facebook feed is just this liberal explosion, but...
Oh yeah,
it's
right after
insane how
the
many
election,
people-
you could have gone to Twitter and searched for the words literally shaking, and there were thousands of people saying that they were, like, in tears and freaking out because of the election. Because,
That's what everybody's saying.
Donald Trump campaigned on those right-wing death squads marching down the street, pulling queers out of cars and killing them.
Well, that's what I really don't understand when they call him homophobic. And I don't support him. I didn't vote for him. But he's probably the least homophobic Republican to ever run. I think he has partially brought the party a little bit further ahead with that. But they just toss these labels out no matter if there's any evidence or not.
What was it? He was.
And I'm so sick of being told that, like, all of these things about how he's homophobic, and I'm crying and I'm shaking and I'm afraid for my. It is so frustrating. I cannot stand how they try and turn, especially gay people, into like, I'm no fucking victim. I'm not shaking. I'm not crying. I'm not afraid. Like, I'm sorry, but an election result cannot replace self-esteem.
Do you know what his official position on the gay marriage being legal was?
That he doesn't give two shits?
His official response, he gave this on 60 Minutes. He was asked about it.
Oh, yeah.
He said, it doesn't matter. It's legal. The Supreme Court said it was okay. The conversation's over. And that was all he had to say on the matter. Like, pretty much, it's done and over with. Shut the fuck up about it.
And what I don't understand, too, is how they are doubling down on every single thing that lost them this election. The identity politics, the corruption, everything. They are going harder with it.
It's because they have completely lost the ability to listen to outside criticism.
Yeah.
Listen to
They have nothing to
people
run
who
on.
are
It's all
different
about
from
Trump.
you.
There's nothing.
And
It's all
most
negative.
important of all, be kind. For right now, it's okay to be sad. But I want you to know that I have hope. And I believe in you. We are always stronger together in love.
We are always stronger together in love. She's trying to get little
Hitting
kids to have
those-
sex with her.
I
And
didn't
she
want to say it.
those Hillary Clinton slogans.
Alright, let's go to the next video. So that's the first one where there's no Teddy. But this one does, and it's weird. But then the next one doesn't. So apparently Teddy is like paid per diem or something.
She knew he was upstaging her.
But you were talking about trans people. This is T is for trans.
Need to know this.
I don't know, little kids need to know this. Like, right after little kids need to know how to pay their taxes.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is my best.
Holy shit, that is the most poorly drawn G I have ever seen. It
You
has...
get fixated on the weirdest things.
I was looking at Teddy because he's the best person on the show, and I saw the G right above his head that's shaped like somebody with severe autism drew it. Why does it have the extra part going down? What is going on here? What kind of world do we live in? And button the fucking button. God damn it. Had a button in the last video. Jesus fucking tapped it. Ah! Losing my ability to speak English because of this dumb cunt.
Friend Teddy. Today we're talking about the T in LGBT.
It stands for trains.
Or somewhere in between.
Nope, we're skipping the intro.
Stuff.
No.
You are enough. Here at Queer Kid Stuff.
Thumb.
You're enough.
Welcome to the final part
You're
of our
fucking enough,
four-part
Lindsay.
series breaking down the letters in LGBT. You ready, Teddy?
Ready.
Okay. Today we are talking about the fourth letter, T. T stands for trans or transgender.
Ooh, that's a
I thought
it
cool
stood
new
for
word.
transmission.
First of all, why does it say LGQT?
Because you're a cutie.
Oh.
I genuinely don't know. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's LGBT, right? Why? Bisexual
Queer.
people don't
I guess
exist.
bisexual is offensive now.
Yeah, bisexual is it's too far. That's where she drew the line. That's why she had to purge. That's why the G looks the way it is. She saw the B and she's like, oh, that doesn't work. So she erased that whole section and wrote GTQ and then went, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I tell you, I think it's going to be offensive soon for people to say bisexual.
Definitely, Teddy. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it with you. Unless we're talking about a fist fight.
Do you have any siblings, Teddy?
Yes, I have a little baby bear brother.
And I have a little sister. Do you remember when your little baby
Like
bear
Lena Dunham
brother
has a
was
little
born?
sister.
Oh God, I've heard about this argument. No, listen to this. This is fucking magic.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the very first thing you learned about the new baby bear in your life?
That he cried a lot?
No, Teddy. You probably learned that your little baby bear brother was your little baby bear brother. That your new sibling was a boy.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it.
That's the very first thing doctors tell you when a new baby is born.
Because Teddy's too stoned to remember. Oh, yeah. That was it. Where are the Funyuns, bitch?
Okay, but
You
listen.
promised
Honey,
me there
way
would be
too hard.
Funyuns.
But listen to the fucking point she's about to make.
Whether they're human or bear, they tell parents that their baby is a boy or a girl. That's called a gender assignment.
No, that's called they look at the child's genitalia and go, it's a boy or it's a girl. I hate this point. Lindsay says that, oh, no, gender is just assigned by the doctor. Like the doctor has a checkboard going, nope, this one can't be a boy. We've already had too many boys today. Lop off the dick, put in some ovaries.
When doctors announce that babies are boys and girls.
But now I'm confused. When we talked about gender, we said that there aren't just boys and girls.
You have a really great memory, Teddy. You're right. There's something a bit weird about how doctors assign gender to babies.
Doctors don't assign gender.
There's something. What the fuck is weird about that? Oh God.
No, she's claiming that it's the doctor that decides if a kid's going to be a boy or a girl. And not the
This
kid.
is where it really turns into like a full circle of bullshit, because these people who say, oh, gender is a social construct and there's no such thing as gender, then how do you explain actual transgender people?
Here's where you draw the line. This is where the bullshit, this is where it starts. This is where it becomes a full circle. Dude, this is the whole thing, isn't it, Roberus, of bullshit?
Yes.
The
Like,
infinity signal of never... She forgot the J. Nice. Just let these fucks have a city-state in Portland and wall it off.
That's because there aren't only boys and girls. And because not...
No, there are. I'm sorry, but
hermaphrodites.
if I had hands for every gender, I'd have 2 hands. Oh, wait, I do. Even hermaphrodite, it's not its own special gender.
That'll be the next letter. They're going to add LGBTH.
Yeah, but it's not going to be for hermaphrodite, because that's a medical term. It's going to be something like hatred optional, gender fluid, demi-queer.
all people identify with their assigned gender.
Babies don't identify as anything. They're babies, you dumb shit. I know you have never had a baby, nor are you ever going to have one, nor do most adults allow you around their baby. But babies aren't sitting there going, you know, I feel more like a G and a J rather than a V and a ver today.
Yeah. I'm going to say this as somebody who likes babies, probably more than a straight male should, but they're little eating, drinking poop machines.
And that's all they are. Kids are fucking dumb. They're babies. The doctor doesn't assign them a gender. The doctor doesn't have a quota of genders.
It's so ridiculous.
Did you know it was that easy that the doctor could just go, it's a girl, and then you grow up as a bitch? I mean a girl. No, wait, I meant a bitch.
That explains what happened to Lindsay. That's why she's got that stupid fucking haircut.
The doctor was drunk that day.
I don't give a shit.
Teddy is staring at the ceiling.
When's this shit gonna be over?
I feel like another thing that's so wrong about this is that, like, I cannot imagine that an actual transgender person would ever want to be called any of these things, these other pronouns or these things. I just want to be like any other normal guy or girl. And, like, it's just co-opting, you know?
Look at how smug Lindsay looks explaining this to us. Like she's deigning to pass on this great knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, so the doctors are wrong sometimes?
Yes. But not for that. What's up, my friend?
You do realize that there are other things that we could be doing right now.
Like
I could be pounding my forehead flat with a wooden mallet right now.
We could be living our lives in peace and harmony right now.
I could be slamming my dick in a sliding glass door and having more fun than watching this.
I could be
Yes,
fucked with a
Kenny.
chainsaw.
Sometimes doctors don't assign the right genders.
Doctors don't assign gender.
You need to put the screen back up. There you go.
When a person does not identify with the gender they're assigned when they're born, they are trans or transgender. People who are trans can be boys or girls or people too.
And I can always ask someone their pronoun, just like you taught me.
Oh, great.
Because that's the most important thing about a person, what they identify as.
Yeah.
It's not their
Absolutely.
actions or their opinions or their beliefs. It's what they identify as. That's the same reason I hate this identity politics bullshit that's going crazy. The most important thing about you is your color? No. My opinion is that that's the least important thing about you because it's something you have no control over.
No, it used to be, being judged by the content of your character. Now it's being judged by everything but the content of your character.
I think
Wait.
that show, The Boondocks, had the how Martin Luther King would react to today's society perfect.
What's that?
Oh, you've never seen that speech?
No.
Oh, it's like a crowd of the most rambunctious sort of ghetto people getting into fights and stuff in this church, and he's trying to have a speech. And he finally stands there and goes, "Would you ignorant niggas please shut the hell up?" And he proceeds to give a fantastic, moving speech. And if you've never seen the show The Boondocks, I highly recommend just Google Boondocks Martin Luther King speech.
Well,
what were you going to say, House?
I just realized if we can identify as whatever we want, I identify as a millionaire. I'm gonna go buy my self-cleaning sex yacht. I'm out of here, bitches.
I identify as a pussy willow tree.
House left, so apparently it's the Mike and Mo show now. Welcome to the Mike and Mo show, where we talk about I don't know.
Rant our fucking faces off.
How'd your last date go?
What last date?
Okay, last grinder hookup.
Hi. Well, there's this dude I have a crush on who I'm sure he's listening to this, so I'm sure that will be nothing after he hears this podcast.
Hey, you would be lucky enough to touch my Carlos penis.
Aw, thanks. I actually got dumped by a guy for saying that I like Milo.
He didn't like the dangerous faggot?
Not only didn't like... Well, first of all, he didn't know who he was. I mentioned in all of 10 seconds that I liked him, and then his friends told him that he can never see me again.
Because Mike Harlow is a racist, sexist, bigot, misogynist, homophobe, Islamophobe?
Yep. He didn't even know who it was. He literally said, "I'm judging you based on him." And I don't even agree with, a lot of shit Milo says, but I still love him. But...
Well, yeah, but Milo says a lot of shit just to get a reaction out of people.
Of course.
That's why I like him.
Milo
is like a much more attractive, much more successful, much more well-known, much better at speaking version of me.
Yeah, me too.
His house
But it's
back?
It's funny, though. He's still there. He's giving you shit.
Probably. Actually, no. He's rather dedicated to little scenes like these. He probably use this as an excuse to get up and go to the bathroom or something.
Oh, you fuck.
Bastards! They're all bastards!
But yeah, how much shit I've gotten from people for sticking up for Milo.
Oh yeah, at the fucking college, I'll be talking about Milo and Sargon of Akkad and Bering and... Oh, do you watch any Bering videos?
Yeah, of course.
I have Bering's Fuck Cars t-shirt. I wore that to college, and only one person knew who I was talking about.
Oh,
and
what the...
just to shut up all the haters, it was a black guy.
Well, that's funny. I actually have a funny story about shit with Milo. So you know about his Twitter ban, right?
Yeah, we did a live stream about that. # Free Milo live stream. It's on the YouTube channel. It's one of our most popular videos.
That's really when I realized how full of shit the news media is, because every single outlet covered that he was making these abhorrent, racist comments and inciting violence towards her. Not one of them said. No, I've never in my life seen anything where there's an article about offensive comments somebody made that doesn't say what those comments were. So in reality, all he said is he made a joke that she looks like a man, and he said she was playing the victim. That is literally all he said. And it's funny though. I really learned a lesson in that though, in that how the mainstream media reports things, and then people believe it no matter what, because the next day everyone was calling on Facebook was calling me a racist, bigot, and I was like, well, what has he said that's sexist or racist or whatever? And they have no clue.
Well, we don't have to show you the evidence. You just have to take our word for it. No.
Well, what's really funny, though, is I got into a huge fight with a friend about Milo, who has never heard one word of his stuff. He literally has only, been told that he's an evil person. So he was like, he's a racist and he's a sexist, and so are you because you like him. I was like, okay, well, what has he said that's racist or sexist? Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, no, really, what is he? No clue. He literally looked it up on his phone. I'm like, shouldn't you have the evidence first before you call somebody names like that? So anyway, like a week later, I see this friend again, and he was so proud of himself that he like looked up why Milo is such a terrible person, and he had it on his phone to show me. And what he had to show me is that he made the joke that Leslie Jones looks like a man. I was like, yes, you have never made a disparaging remark of appearance. Nobody ever says Sarah Jessica Parker looks like a horse. But it's this like indignation. So anyway, what's funny though is we're arguing about this, and I'm like, it's so fucking hypocritical. It's so self-righteous. He was like, how dare he say she looks like a man? That's sexist and that's terrible, and how dare he? And I would never do that. So we're walking down the street. I swear to God, not 30 seconds later, this friend, he says to me, he goes, oh my God, you have to see Colbert did the funniest thing about Melania Trump. And he was saying how like Donald Trump is married to a man.
God, gotta love that level of mental gymnastics. You really do.
This was 30 seconds fucking later. Yeah. And the funniest part is my friend who is black introduced me to Milo. And Eddie, I've never met, like, it's always somebody offended on someone's behalf, you know?
Of course, because offense is never given, offense is always taken.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking with my upstairs neighbor about this, who's a black woman, and she was like, why is that offensive, man?
Leslie Jones is a powerfully built woman. Let me put it like that.
I can't fucking stand her.
I'm not a fan of her comedy. I'm not a fan of her speaking. I'm not really a fan of her presence.
No, well, I don't understand why she's this, like, progressive icon just because she's a victim. Like, she just does this, like, blackface minstrel show act. Like, I don't understand why that's seen as politically incorrect.
The power of Patty compels you.
Oh, God. Like, she just has nothing to offer other than I'm the stereotypical black woman.
Yes, but for people who are something I know it's probably not accurate, but I think it's accurate enough. I really honestly believe that a lot of these social justice warriors are just racist.
Oh, absolutely.
But they want to be racist, but they're racist in the same way that, like, the English were racist when they conquered half the world. Like, oh, these ignorant savages don't really know what's what. Because a lot of what these progressive people say comes off like that. It's like, why can't you be racist? Or Islamic people, you have to be careful what you say around Islamic people because they might just go crazy.
Did you see this video called on YouTube called "What Liberals Really Think of Black People"?
Yes.
It's they're talking about these voting laws, and they're like, oh, well, you know, black people, these laws are racist because black people, like, you know, they don't know how to use the internet. And it's astonishing to me.
Yeah, because they don't see how they're racist. Because they're so busy trying to call out what they see as racist. And you say they're going, no, like, you guys are the ones who are still using the phrase people of color.
I think that's hilarious.
Which all it is colored people.
Did you see, by the way, somebody, I think some like host on the Today Show or something like that, she had to apologize, and there was a huge controversy where everyone was offended because she meant to say people of color, and she accidentally said colored people. So everyone was outraged. It's like, oh, excuse me, okay, colored people bad, people of color is okay. Just add an of, and then it's okay. What the fuck?
Of course.
That just makes absolutely no sense to me.
And then there was, God, what was it? I think University of California, Berkeley? Or one of those Californian universities that nobody gives a shit about, was having a protest because they wanted a separate space for African American students.
They literally, I saw that, I think it was they literally used the word segregation.
Yeah, they wanted...
want a segregated safe space.
I'm going, this is regressive. This is the definition of regressive. You are regressing us into the past. You are saying, insane. Goodbye, civil rights movement. We did not need you because apparently black people are too fucking stupid not to live amongst the rest of us.
It's insane. I'm just speechless over this shit. It's crazy.
It's the horseshoe effect. Always... You go so far out one end, you come in the other.
Yep. Which is what's funny when, both Donald Trump and Jill Stein supported Brexit, is what it just shows what I've always said, that like far left and far right is really not that different. It comes full circle.
Well, there's something that people have never realized. Donald Trump is a Democrat. He's always been a Democrat. Yeah. He supported Bill Clinton in his run for president. The man's a Democrat.
It's just so stupid the way that they're opposing him too, because once you call him a Nazi, a white supremacist, all that, there's nowhere left to go with that. And most likely going to do things as president that are not going to be good, that we're going to need to pay attention to and need to care about. And there's nowhere left to go because they have just made so much noise. Like, what is there left to say once you've called him a Nazi, a white supremacist,
And then there were the DNC leaks where they proved that, or the Podesta emails, I'm sorry, not the DNC leaks, but in the Podesta emails, it was proven that they were pushing the media to cover Donald Trump because Hillary Clinton thought Donald Trump would be an easier candidate to beat.
Yep. They would. Remember Bill Clinton, convinced him to run.
Hey. CNN, for a group that hated Donald Trump, CNN managed to mention Donald Trump 299 times in 24 hours.
He defines, it's not just CNN, it's like all of he defines their lives. It's I mean, have you seen Elizabeth Warren lately? And I used to like her. She used to be my one last hope in the Democratic Party. She is awful now. I mean, she cannot speak of anything but Trump. He just runs their lives.
I just checked the Huffington Post. And Donald Trump is still their headline. He has been their headline this whole time. Like the whole election, Donald Trump has been the headline.
Which, by the way, the Huffington Post, first of all, they ran an article months ago before the election saying the headline was literally called, "If you don't vote Democrat in this election, fuck you."
Yeah,
I'm sure that really helped get a lot of votes. But anyway, any article they would write about Trump, they had an editor's note. Donald Trump is a racist, sexist, misogynist who incites violence and hates everyone. Yeah, that's really helping to convince people.
Zsa Zsa Gabor died.
I know, I saw that. My spirit animal.
Found it on the... Okay, I don't think...
It should all be like Zsa Zsa.
Well, since House is apparently not coming back, let's just continue with this. What the fuck happened to him? I told you, he used that as an excuse to go to the bathroom or something. Right now, he is taking a shit, cursing the day he ever met me and that I could bring him onto a show to talk about queer kid stuff.
That's right, Teddy. There's also another word you should know. It's the word cisgender. Someone who is cisgender does identify with the gender they're assigned.
Okay. So since you are assigned girl and you use she, then you are cisgender.
That is exactly right, Teddy.
Lindsay, I'm really good at this gender stuff now.
Okay, so now we want to know how you identify. You can let us know in the comments below.
Just like to remind people.
Identify as a pussy willow tree.
The comments are disabled.
Identify as an attack helicopter.
Hang on just a moment.
Telling you that whole cisgendered stuff really needs to die.
Oh, you're back!
I've been back for a while. I've been watching midget porn.
I mean, kind of better than Lindsay.
Kinda.
Well,
Much better.
you know, you do you. All right, so let's see. Now we only have one more I wanted to cover today, and we have been recording for. We've been recording for about an hour and a half. It's good times. Good times. I think we drove off most of the audience with that talk about Donald Trump.
Why?
I don't know. But here we go with the last one. A is for activist.
Oh, God. Yeah. Activist toddlers.
What everybody needs. And tell me if you guys can hear this, because my headphones died, so I had to switch to another set.
Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is our very first Storytime episode.
Can you guys hear that?
Wait, can you play that again?
Hey there, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is our very first Storytime episode.
Not really.
Damn it. Hold on. Let's see what I can do here. You are enough. Oh, I should probably...
That gets stuck in my head. I'm going to murder you.
Let's see. You guys talk about what we were mentioning earlier, and I will work on this.
What were we mentioning?
Right before House shut up, about politics and Donald Trump and how you can't go anywhere if you've already called him a racist, sexist, bigot, misogynist, homophobe.
Well, what I find even more astonishing, though, is how they've learned nothing from this. Not the slightest thing. They're just doubling down on everything that turned people off. And they've taken no responsibility that they lost. They think it was, it was racism, it was sexism, it was hackers, it was Russia, it was fake news. It was you.
It was you the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, they can't take responsibility for it.
Well, if they want to ever win an election again, they should.
No, because you see, that might turn some of their hardliners against them, but they don't realize that their hardliners aren't going anywhere.
And they're getting to be less and less of them, I think. Oh, but did you guys hear? Did you hear about this campaign that's happening for the inauguration?
What's that?
Oh, so they're planning a concert. Beyonce, Katy Perry, all those people who were Hillary shills. That they're going to have a big concert on the same day as the inauguration for all of these liberal to support them. And it's because preachy celebrities worked so well during the election.
Of course.
They've learned fucking nothing. And even the ones who used to be not as bad have just been completely co-opted with this same bullshit. The identity politics, the corporatism, they do nothing.
Yeah.
Have you guys have you heard Elizabeth Warren lately?
I tend to avoid Elizabeth Warren like the plague.
I used to like her. She cannot speak a sentence that isn't about Trump. their lives. He defines their every waking moment.
Well, yeah, he's the embodiment of all things that are evil to them.
But how about be for something and not just that you're not Trump? And I think this it was never more apparent. And this is true for not just sort of like with all Democrats. Like they talk so much and they do nothing. Like if you care about minorities as much as you claim to, that's wonderful. How about do something to help them instead of just fucking grandstanding? You really saw that with Elizabeth Warren when Standing Rock was going on. Not one fucking word from her. And this is somebody who claimed her supposed Native American heritage, Pocahontas.
Well, the
And not
whole Standing Rock thing was questionable in the first place, especially because I found out a couple things about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on, I've got them all written down here.
You mean like the fact that the land that it was on was already had a pipeline on it?
Yeah, all the sacred sites were identified and the pipeline was rerouted to avoid them. A U.S. District Court confirmed the tribe had failed to prove any of its claims.
Oh, really?
The tribe was offered time to consult with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, but refused, instead opting to boycott the entire process. There's already an existing pipeline on the same land that's going to be parallel to where the new one was going to be. And the path of the pipeline was on privately owned land, not the Sioux Reservation, and all of the landowners who owned the land signed contracts allowing the pipeline to be built. So the whole narrative was bullshit.
I hadn't heard that. I don't know. I'm inclined to feel like, haven't the Native Americans gotten shit on enough? Like, if you could just do one fucking thing for them,
I have. I've lost like $500 in one of their casinos.
Yeah. But, I mean, the point is, though, like, whether you agree or not with Standing Rock, like, that's supposed to be a progressive fight. That's supposed to be something that, it just shows how full of shit they are. That, like, they care nothing about grandstanding and cheap words and talking about who's a racist and who's this, but they don't actually do anything. Other than Bernie Sanders, none of them went there. None of them did anything.
All right, I'd like to play a brief off-topic video.
Yes.
This is called Bear Grylls is a Big Fat Phony. Like I said, just off-topic brief. You guys can see it okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Bear Grylls, noted wilderness explorer, talking about how dangerous these lava peaks are. Sorry, there's no sound. Or these lava valleys are. He talks about how you have to continually be careful because you're out in the wilderness and anything can happen and these can collapse at any moment.
Okay.
This is a random guy who went out to the same spot. Watch the camera. Yeah, it ends right there. And there's traffic.
That's amazing.
Bear Grylls is full of shit.
Why am I not surprised?
Sorry, just something off topic. I was like, I should play that. That's funny.
Who the fuck isn't full of shit now, though? I feel like everybody's just worse and worse.
Everybody's just full of shit now. Especially
Seriously.
Lindsay from Queer Kid Stuff. Let's not even watch that last video. Let's just get out of here.
Alright. I'm down.
Because we're at about... Okay, we're 12 minutes away from being 2 hours. Do you guys want to stay out for 2 hours? Or to get to 2 hours?
Whatever you guys want.
No.
I was like,
I didn't want to do this in the first place.
Fuck you.
I could be watching
Spirit of
Roadblock.
Christmas over here.
End of the
Say
line.
Road Rules?
No, Roadblock, the wrestling show.
Oh. Remember Road Rules?
Yes.
which is actually where one of those professional wrestlers came from. Or no, he came from the real world.
The Miz?
Yes.
Yes! I didn't know he was still on that.
Yes, he's like one of the main heels on WWE right now.
Oh, I used to love him.
Okay, we're going to have to delete this. He likes the Miz.
I liked him on the Real World.
Okay. But yeah, he became a huge professional wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like their second tier champion.
Oh, shit, yeah, no, I thought he only did it, like, briefly after that thing ended.
And he ended up marrying Maurice, this big-time female
Who's
wrestler.
Maurice? Named Maurice?
Well, her name is... Like, yeah, her name is Maurice.
Oh, is that the chick who was on Celebrity Apprentice?
I think so.
Have you guys watched Celebrity Apprentice?
God, no.
Oh, it is amazing. You need to. It explains, and especially now, there are so many different layers of subtext to it.
You know they're going to bring back the Celebrity Apprentice, but now it's going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know. I'm not too. I would have rather someone else, Ivanka or someone. You have to watch it though. Like the rise and fall of Star Jones on Celebrity Apprentice 4 is fucking Shakespearean. It is amazing.
That does sound glorious.
Oh, it's so good.
Let's see. This is Maurice.
Whoa, knockers.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hold on, I have more pictures of her as well. Well, this is just a Google search.
I mean, it's lost on me, but knockers. Somebody should have told her she's enough.
But was she enough for Queer Kid stuff?
Clearly she needed more.
I think this is the perfect facial expression to end this episode.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Woof.
But yeah, my headphones died.
Yeah, that's a good sign that it's time to get out of here.
That's right. Lindsay from Queer Kid Stuff killed my headphones. I'm going to
She killed many boners. She's just a murderer.
She is. Worse than Hitler. Oh god, I started doing this thing at the college where I'll make comparisons to Hitler for everything, and they'll go, well, I'm not saying that they are Nazis. I'm just saying comparisons are there and questions need to be asked. And when I'm saying this to, like, the dean of the college... Not saying your staff over at the HR center are Nazis. I'm just saying questions need to be asked.
That is great. I just started doing that.
I mouth off to anyone. I don't care. I mouth off to like the highest ranked person I've ever mouthed off to. I think is tied between a Canadian 4-star general and a senator.
What senator?
I don't know. He was some senator for Texas. He was visiting the college, and I just started shooting the shit with him. And apparently, when a pudgy guy wearing a T-shirt with Deadpool on it and denim shorts walks up to you with hair that's down past his shoulders and all crazy looking and stuff, big old beard, going, do you have a minute to talk about the economic plight of third world countries?
No.
Or, hey, you know what's funny? Politics. Let's talk about that. You know, I ran for city council down here. Yeah, they didn't like it too much. I got 90 votes. But yes, for those of you who are still tuned in after this episode slowly fell off the rails when House had to leave, thank you for tuning in. Tell your friends about us. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
We are glad you could be here. Is there anything you want to shill really quick while you're here?
I don't know. My Twitter is Mikey the Harlow. Mike like Tyson, Harlow like Gene, like Harlot with the W. cigarettesandvalentines.com. That's about it.
House, is there anything you want to shill as long as we're here?
No, I'm good.
When's the last time you bought a new vacuum? I asked. That's the question.
Enough with your goddamn vacuum.
It's abyssal. It's quality.
I have a question we could leave on.
What's up?
What's your favorite sandwich?
What is your favorite sandwich? Leave comments below or tweet them to us at Douchecanoe Thanks for tuning in. He's House. I'm Mo. That's Mike.
Later.
Aw, thanks.
Pithy ending comment here.